This is another episode of Forrester Speaks. Last week was a crazy week. Charlie Kirk was murdered and it set the nation on fire. The rest of last week, all I saw was a whole bunch of takes from liberals and a whole bunch of takes from conservative talking about how great Charlie was or talking about how evil Charlie was. I was really surprised by my friend group and people who I follow and people who follow me on Instagram. I did not know that a lot of my conservative partners out there really wanted to memorialize Charlie. They thought that he was like the second coming of Christ or something. And I didn't realize that a lot of my black Christian loving homies hated Charlie and wanted to literally like piss on his grave. It was crazy. It threw me off. So I went through some deep conversations with both parties. I spent some time over the weekend thinking about it and praying, and I came up with a great solution. For my white partners, this is for you first. I'm going to be the Negro whisperer. I'm going to tell you, if you trust me enough, if you trust my voice, I'm going to tell you why black people believe that Charlie Kirk was a racist, right? I'm going to break down a video that he had with a debate with a young black brother, and I'm gonna interpret, okay, the undertones, the language, all of this stuff for you. And if you trust me, if you trust my word as your brother in Christ, I'm gonna tell you why he's a racist. Now, do I think that he should die for being a racist? No, I don't think he should die for being a racist. I think he should have had the opportunity to repent, because racism is a sin and it keeps you from the love of Christ, you know, and I don't want any of my racist brothers out there to do all these great things for Christ and then get up to heaven's gate and he looks you in your face and tells you to get away because he never knew you. So what we're going to do, we're going to break down this video. Be patient with me, but I'm going to be your Negro whisperer today, all right? Let's do it. So this is right here is our first video, our only video. We're going to break down this debate, and I'm going to give you the facts.
Okay, I got my phone out. That's cool for you? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to quote you real quick. You said, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Are you going to do that?
Yeah, I mean that is correct, yeah.
That's correct? Okay, so can we...
That's racist. Keep going.
Both agree.
What was the context of what I said, though?
What was the context? I don't even want to get into DEI because your opinion on DEI, it doesn't really help it in this case. So, if the context between what you brought up was that you believe that
because they were being hired because they were black.
Okay, so can we both agree that every single pilot, whether black, white, whoever, has to go through FAA certification?
No, actually,
we can't.
New lawsuit shows that black pilots and female pilots have the standards being relaxed.
No, sir. Can we agree at the time of February?
Charlie, somebody look it up, but I think Charlie is lying. The FAA does not relax standards. What I do know is that a lot of airlines were putting out initiatives to recruit pilots of color, right? And they were doing that not just because they want pilots of color, but because they have a pilot shortage. So my good Aryan brothers, my good white Americans, you guys are not taking these jobs like as you used to take them. So they have to go out and figure out how to recruit more people of color to take these positions. Also, what they're doing is they're providing access. So they're giving programs, they're recruiting in HBCUs. They're doing things to basically level the playing field, because being a pilot costs a lot of money. And especially if you're a first generation college student or if you're from a lower socioeconomic status, you don't have the necessary funds to go and obtain a pilot's license. So they're leveling the playing field, and there's a historical reason for that, Charlie. It's called racism. It's called segregation. It's called slavery, Charlie. All right. There's a lot of history behind that, but Charlie didn't go to college. He talks about college a lot, so he's really not a free thinker. Charlie just recites propaganda he's heard, and that's racist. And the reason why it's racist is because you don't care enough to actually study and justify your statement. You're just picking out facts and stuff in order to drive home falsities, bro. You're wrong. Continue.
February 29th or 2023 when you said it at the time? No?
No, actually, I said it. That's why you don't know the context. Is that new lawsuits were showing that they were relaxing the standards for air traffic control and pilots in order to meet the standards.
The context of that was diversity, equity, and inclusion. What does that have to do with hiring?
Everything. DEI definitionally is that we will hire more of a race versus a different race. So, for example, United Airlines said that they want 50% of their new pilots to either be women or black.
Okay.
Currently, just so you understand, it's like 8%. So they want to go from 8% to 50%.
Okay.
And every time DEI is implemented, every single time, the lowering of standards occurs.
That's a lie. You know, I used to be a firefighter for like 15 years. I'm not gonna say what department. And I used to hear that all the time. It's relaxing of the standards. And I would say that actually the antithesis to DEI is white mediocrity, right? So where like white people have been so ingrained in a system that they're able to develop the standards around their prototype that basically matches their people's strong suit. So think about it like this. Like when I was a firefighter, I had a bachelor's degree, went on and got my master's degree, went to the top public university in America. And I had people who literally went to community college telling me that the standards were relaxed for black people. And I was like, well, it's not relaxed for black people. It's just that we don't have fire science courses in our inner cities. We don't have the luxury of working in for the California wildfire district. I live in an apartment, bruh. Okay, like I'm not exposed and I don't have those opportunities. But also, you're not that special. These jobs are saying that if we give the training and opportunities, and we qualify you, then you will be good enough to satisfy the standards of the job. You're not special. You just have access to the information. And what organizations are trying to do is level the playing field. United can't get pilots right now. They're giving out incentives to this day for pilots for everybody. The airline industry needs pilots. What they're saying is that we want to diversify our pool because we understand that this thing was rigged from the beginning and we care about our brethren and our sistren. So it's like, and these are not white jobs, bro, because if they were, they would be filled. They're not filled. So they have to have a larger, more diverse pool of people. And maybe the minorities that they have are doing such a great job, they want more. But to say that, bro, so lowering the standards, bro, that's not lowering the standards. That's racist. And Charlie, I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm supposed to be reacting. But Charlie, I want to tell you something, or anybody else who believes in this pedagogy. I want to tell you something. You cannot go around talking like this. I don't want my white brothers slipping back into sin, right? Back in the day, they used to wear these hoods and they were the KKK. They would hide their faces, right? Because they wanted to terrorize black people, not because they didn't want to get fired. They would hide their faces because they didn't want you to know where your enemy was, who your enemy was, and how they were going to attack you. So the same person who burned a cross on your front porch or shot your house up could actually be the postman, right? Or the bus driver, and you never knew. So this encryption, this coded language reminds me of the hood, Charlie. You can't talk like this. And I don't know if it's ignorance. I don't think it's ignorance because you sound really smart and you can just read or chat GPT or do something to get information. But you chose to be inflammatory and you chose to talk in that secret language that black people fully understand. If you don't understand it's my white brother, maybe you don't have this racist bone, but racists know what I'm talking about. Continue.
Every single time.
Lowering of standards?
Correct. So can I prove it to you? We both want excellence, right?
Okay.
If you and I said, hey, we want 50% of the new people going into the NBA are white,
Okay.
would the NBA drop in its standard?
No.
No,
The National Basketball
yeah,
League?
no, if we said 50%, if we say by
50% of the NBA drops, and it was only white.
No, I
You're
said,
saying,
I said
would the
you're not-
standard go down?
I'm not hearing what I'm saying. if 50% of all new people going in the NBA were white, by decree, would the quality of play of the NBA decrease?
Would the quality of play in the NBA decrease?
Yeah.
No, if they're the same standard of basketball play.
Hold on, let's talk realistic.
Well,
Do
what are you
white
saying realistically? You're
But
asking me if
75% of the NBA is black. 75%.
So does that mean white players are less better, or does that mean
whites are not as good at basketball as we got some big.
Hey man, that's some BS because the NBA actually has European scouts, so they go out to European nations. I mean, they actually even changed some of the rules that reflect Euro basketball, like the whole Euro step. And I mean, like Europeans are really, really good at basketball. I mean, some of the top players in the NBA are European, right? This is not even new. So what is he talking about? Like white Europeans are dope, and there's like a whole bunch of them who are NBA stars, and if they went out and got even more of them, the NBA play wouldn't drop, right? But the NBA kind of has a DEI initiative, right? We don't call it that, but they go out and they go to these nations across the pond, across the Atlantic, and they recruit and they develop. What if we did what Charlie was talking about? What if we didn't relax the standards? Meaning that if you want to play in the NBA, you got to find a way across the pond. You know, you got to move your family over here, try to get into a JC or try to get into a university, and then try to get drafted without being scouted. You know what I mean? That's not how it works. So the NBA kind of has a DEI initiative, and I think it enhances the fabric of the NBA because it gives people an opportunity who wouldn't be able to get an opportunity. That's why we're going to scout you and find you. So you're wrong again, Charlie, and this is disingenuous, and it's and it don't say Christ. It don't really feel like Christ on this one. You know what I mean? So for my white friends, that's racist too. Just follow me. That was racist too. That's crazy. And he thinks that all we do is play basketball. You clown. The reason why we play basketball is because that is one of the most readily available things in our community. That's what people push us towards. They have all these basketball programs. The NBA comes in and puts basketball leagues and basketball programs. They're not putting money into STEM. They're not like giving us these programs. No, they push basketball in. They have an example. The example of black excellence in the community is our basketball players in entertainment. That's who white America gets behind and gives all the money to. So why wouldn't the young generation go and try to do the same thing? Stop playing. And I mean, we're not better in basketball. That's just over-indexed as one of our main options in our community. And in your community, it's one of many options. Come on.
Everybody calm down.
We only 3 minutes. I got to chill.
I mean, we're very proud of Larry Bird, okay? He's we're very proud of Luka and Nikola. However, the point being, let's implement DEI in the NBA. Okay. If all of a sudden 50% of all the players have to be white, which means they have to say no to otherwise good black players.
There was a time where this happened, right?
Well, no, I of course, and the league wasn't as good. That's the point.
No, you understand that there was a time where the exclusion of African American players was in the NBA, right?
No, for sure. I acknowledge that, and the league got better as blacks were allowed in.
Did it get better, or did we just integrate ourselves in?
Well, hold on, wait.
The players in the league averages around that time weren't worse. We just got better.
Hold on. Do you actually think that? Why is it that 75% of the NBA is black?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, well, it was a certain point around 1965 why we can actually...
Why is it that 75% of the NBA is black?
Because we integrated into the league.
No, because the best players are allowed to play in the NBA.
No, that's not why, man. That's not why. That's like, why are most hockey players white? Because most black people don't skate. They don't live in Canada or the Slovakia. They don't, most black people don't have skating programs at the local YMCA or living like in a Nordic region. Like he's acting like everything is just like free access. And this is like, that's called white privilege. And I understand, Charlie, because a white guy, it's very hard for a white person to believe that you actually can't do anything you want to do, that there are barriers. And then they try to tell you like, Hey man, so what? Overcome those barriers. Okay, you say that. Okay, but how about you overcome those barriers, right? How about you overcome those barriers? You don't have any. So how you gonna tell somebody with barriers to overcome them? No, what you do is you try to level the playing field as much as possible because you understand that systematic racism has created these barriers that have been an insulation for white mediocrity, meaning that I don't have to compete, I just pass power. I know that for a fact. I was in the fire department. I saw it firsthand. So let's keep going, Charlie. And rest in peace, Charlie. I know I'm going hard on you right now. Pause, but like, just rest in peace. You know what I mean? I'm breaking down your ideology, not attacking you, because this is for my white brethren who idolize this guy, who are in churches, want to build statues and treating him like he's Dr. King or something. Now, a life is a life, but this ideology might need to stay in the grave with him. We might want to really grow from this. So
Actually, the best players in the NBA are European born. They're not even African American.
I mean, a couple of them are. As I said, we're very proud.
No, we're very integrated within sports, but what does that prove?
That proves that the NBA is not built on DEI, it's built on excellence.
No, it's not.
So when you mention DEI, you're now saying that it's...
You obviously don't know what DEI is. DEI...
I know what DEI is. You're not giving me a proper...
Hey, to my white friends, black people don't like it when white people insult their intelligence. I'm sure white people don't like it either when white people insult their intelligence. But I want to tell you, we take it as like, yo, like, why you got to insult my intelligence? Is it because I'm black? Because, we don't usually talk to each other like that. Like, black people are more careful when they talk to each other because there's an underlying threat of violence at all times. And that's a whole nother story, right? So we respect, and I don't mean like physical always, but just like confrontation. So
DEI is racial quotas.
Racial quotas?
Yes.
No, it's not.
You've never heard of DEI before.
It's not racial quotas.
Do you know what a racial quota is? You have to have a certain amount of a certain race. That is what United Airlines did. We must get to 50% of our pilots to be black or women. Therefore, if the NBA said 50% of our players have to be white, I guarantee you, we could try to get as many Serbs and Croats as possible. It's not going to make the NBA the best league. Instead, the NBA has a policy of which the NBA and the FAA and the United Airlines should have the same policy. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It matters how good you are at what you do. So excellence matters.
Wait. Okay.
You're not excellent. You're trained. You're privileged. You're not excellent. You're not an excellent pilot until you went through aviation school. You're not an excellent firefighter until you went through training. Like, you're not excellent just because you had access to achieve all of the requirements to obtain a position. DEI is not a quota. DEI is simply giving people an opportunity to have access to the positions who are qualified or actually helping them to get qualified, right? So like, you still have to be qualified. And the thought is that if you help a generation of people out, then via statistics will show that the next generation that comes from those people are more likely for success, right? As opposed to perpetuating a cycle of poverty or perpetuating a cycle of disenfranchisement. But you don't care about that because you don't see us as brothers. You think you're the best. That's why you are where you're at. You're not where you're at because you are the best. All right. So you can't be talking like that, because when you say that, that makes me feel like, and black people feel like, we're just not the best. So like, should we just keep asking for help, or should we should we like revolt or something and tear down all the system? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're boxing people in, Charlie, and this is horrible.
So what you're saying is, everybody's good? So what you're saying is...
Everybody's good? That's he mad right now. I couldn't do this, brother. I'm proud of you.
Because in the example that I gave you, I said, when you say a black or female pilot might be less qualified because of DEI, what you're implying is that they didn't earn their spot.
Correct, they didn't, because that's DEI.
Wow.
Because you're there because of the quota, not because of excellence.
Does DEI give you the opportunity because of
Charlie got a little
access? No, it gives it.
Charlie got like a little weird thing going on. Like, he might not be 100% regular. He might be a crash dummy too, though. Like Charlie kind of got a little twitch on him, like, a little smug. I couldn't talk to Charlie like this. He's a little smug, a little dismissive. His tone, he's not showing empathy. He got the dude in the back right there right here with the glasses on, looking weird. Like, you know, he got the fans in the back. Yeah, get this guy, get this guy. He's not listening and he's not empathizing with this guy. That this guy has to have a lot of courage to speak his mind. He's not giving him space. He's being confrontational, and this guy is talking about something that means a lot to him: his race, his identity. He probably doesn't feel like he 100% belongs. He's probably dealing with, you know, what a lot of black people deal with when they go to college, and you're that one black person in a lecture hall of 400 people. You don't know what that means, Charlie. You know, you got to be strong to be that one black guy and answer a question in a lecture hall of 400 people, Charlie. You don't know what that means because you didn't have to go to college, Charlie. You know, how'd you even get this? How are you on colleges when you didn't go to college? This is crazy. How are you on these campuses? Like, who gave you money, Charlie? You know what I'm saying? You know, how'd you have turning point for like 10, 12 years, 13, I don't know how long you had it. You're only 31, Charlie. How you get this platform, Charlie? You were just way better than everybody else. I'm watching you right now, Charlie, and you have not been right or had a thoughtful response to anything. So, and that makes black people feel like you're racist because you're talking to someone who's expecting intelligence from you, but you're just basically saying, I don't even have to be intelligent because I'm just the best. I'm just superior. That's called white privilege, Charlie.
Because of literally the color of your skin.
Charlie, you are quoted by saying that, guys, Charlie.
Everyone knows the quote.
My man,
man. When you
stay calm, brother.
It's true because they're there
it's hot out
not
there
because
too.
of their merit, but because of a racial quota. Why is it that only 8% of pilots right now for United Airlines are black or female?
It's actually 3%.
Oh, that's pretty.
I mean, Charlie, also, we're only like 13% of the United States population, so we're not going to be 100%, all right? Like, and not all of us went to the military, and not all black people are actually poor. Some of us are from affluent families, and some of us have maybe some of them have pilots in their family, or maybe they have some cash and capital to invest in flight school. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot. I mean, it's not just because black people have been taking the test and they're not qualified. Man, boy, Charlie, man, you're not looking too good right now, dog. I didn't see this before you passed either. This is crazy. My first video might have been a little different if I saw this.
No, it doesn't. It's, guys, DEI is the reason why they're not in these positions. But it's because they're, listen.
Man, you are making no sense at all.
Dang, when you tell a black man he's making no sense when he's telling you his truth, that means that this is not a sharing of ideals. This is not even freedom of speech no more. And first of all, freedom of speech is not you can say what you want to say without consequence. Freedom of speech is that the government ain't gonna do nothing if you speak your mind to you. But this right here, human to human, nah, man. I mean, it's supposed to be a respectful debate. All right, it's a respectful sharing of information. You got look at her right here with the bad teeth, right here. I don't know if you can see this. Her right there to the right of the brother with the bad teeth. She over here laughing with her buck teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, make America great again. You got this guy right back here with the hat laughing. Like, and this brother just trying to get his point across. And we got to be friends, man. Let this brother talk. Let's have a civil conversation if you really care. Otherwise, he has to, once again, be a minority in a white man's world and being laughed at and not heard, which feels like, Charlie, you're being racist. You have a superiority complex. You think that your ideals are right, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's crazy.
That's cool.
No, explain to me what
equity and inclusion
explain,
is.
no,
Sorry, okay.
explain means proof.
To me what a racial quota is.
So for my white partners, I'm sorry, I'm getting charged up over this. For my white partners, explain to me, what Charlie was saying in white superiority, in white superiority language is he's saying, prove to me. I don't have to prove nothing to you. We're sharing ideals. You ain't proved nothing to me, Charlie.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is the reason as to why accesses are now open to
Yeah.
certain races.
Hold on, can a black person not become a pilot before DEI?
What are you saying?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Equal access.
But
Was it equal opportunity? Was it equal access?
it's
Charlie?
equal.
Yeah, no, actually, no. We couldn't just have any job we wanted to. Like, and what that causes, it causes a generational divide. Like, if there were no blacks early, then how would young black people even think that job was for them? Like, there was a time when I thought that all nurses were women until I saw a male nurse. There was time when I thought all firefighters were men until I saw a female firefighter. And that sign of difference makes you feel like you can do it as well. But you wouldn't know that, Charlie, because you and your forefathers have occupied every position. Pause.
Well, both.
It's both?
Yes.
It's equal opportunity and I could not go to college in 1964 with a free ride, free paid tuition, but you could, Charlie.
Hold on.
Are y'all just forgetting that the last 50 years?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, they are, brother.
This is
crazy.
Brother.
That's crazy.
How does that
Crazy?
impact
You
you?
don't gotta do that,
Do you have
though,
a free
brother.
ride right now?
Do I have a free ride right now?
None of your
I go to
business.
school.
Hey, Charlie. Black people don't like to be asked their personal business. It's from my white friends. We don't. It's like, whoa, that's a little too personal. We don't, because we can't really trust what you're gonna do with that information. And I'm gonna show you why.
Who pays your tuition?
Who
Oh,
pays my
finish
tuition?
questions.
I don't want to share that on.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said you
yeah.
had a free ride.
I don't want to.
Wait,
Right.
I said in 1964.
No. So it's 2025. Let's stay focused
So
on
in
today.
2025, even
Yeah.
with equal opportunity and
No,
open access,
it's not.
that's what diversity,
I wish
equity,
I
and
wish
inclusion is.
I could have you back one more day, Charlie, because I really want to debate you.
But so someone has to pay for your college. Who's paying for it?
You're saying someone has to pay for my college?
Yeah. So taxpayers are paying for your
college. Deposit the money into the bank right now.
Well,
Show me your bank account.
See, that's what they do, man. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Taxes.
wait.
Charlie Kirk, I'm
This
talking
is
to you.
this is
They heckle. Hecklers heckle. That's what they do.
a publicly funded institution. But
The publicly funded institution, we are one of it's top three. ISU, University of Illinois Champaign, and the University of Illinois Chicago. 3 schools, universities that are getting funded more than other universities in Chicago. So yes, we do get funded more. Yes, I'm well more access to get a free ride. But what if I went to Chicago State University?
Right.
Would I get a free ride then?
I wouldn't recommend anyone goes to Chicago State.
Why
I
not?
mean,
Why not?
It's a terrible school.
Well, Charlie, are they funded?
Smug, right? And another thing too, man. So I want yeah. I mean, Charlie wasn't sensitive, man. He was inflammatory. I don't know, man. I wonder what Charlie Kirk would say about Charlie Kirk. If Charlie Kirk was on the other side and he got shot, I wonder how he would speak about that person. Because this guy right here is smug, legs crossed. This is not, I mean, what is this? This is not really why is this guy even here debating Charlie? I wouldn't even, I want to debate Charlie. I would debate Charlie.
I don't know the specifics.
You don't know the specifics.
It's not exactly a reputation of a great school.
I can tell you.
Damn, that's
Illinois
crazy.
State
It is
gets
not a funding
Illinois
issue.
State gets
Okay.
92% of funding in the state of Illinois for universities, for public universities. Chicago State gets basically none, virtually none.
Okay, great.
What you're saying is, it was open up accesses. What I'm presenting to you is that the access.
He don't care, brother.
So what do you mean by access? What do
I mean by access?
How do black people not have access to a better life in America?
He don't care. You're trying to prove
What's
something.
preventing
You
black-
preventing
Yes.
us with
better
this
life?
ideology.
Yes.
Buster.
What's
Sorry,
preventing-
guys.
Police.
Oh, hold on. No. Hold on. Police. How many unarmed black men die? How many unarmed black men die from the hands of police every year? Nationally.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
How many?
Charlie Kirk, we're talking about something.
How many? No, you just said police. How many unarmed black men die at the hand?
See. This is race baiting, and this is Charlie. Even if it was one Charlie, that's one too many. All right, and don't play on people's trauma, man. But and it's not how many; it's what it represents. It represents that we are not safe, and we are not. We have not fully been accepted into a country that we truly love and that we want to be accepted into. When there's no empathy and sympathy for an unarmed black person to be killed, right? We don't even when George Floyd. I don't care if you think he was on drugs. I don't care if you thought that he wasn't a righteous person. A lot of conservatives really showed no empathy, and it was really disrespectful, and it really had black people feeling like our lives didn't matter. And just like how you died, some people don't think that you were a good person, that you should have been killed. But I don't think that. I think that we should have empathy for each other because we all have a chance at redemption. We all have a chance to accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. We all have a chance at accepting the gift of the Holy Spirit and one day making it to heaven. So like this lack of empathy, this is not Christ-like. So I'm just trying to figure out why some of my white brethren. I mean, there's a couple of black people I know too, but most of my white brethren want to memorialize this behavior. Why is this a hero?
Of police every year.
Did I say that is the reason
You
why
just said police.
Policing is an issue.
How? No, you're right. We don't have enough police on the streets of black neighborhoods.
The police department is way more funded than our normal.
What is the number one cause of black death in Chicago?
Are you serious?
Other blacks killing blacks.
Are y'all other?
First of all, murder is an interracial thing. So like, first of all, numerically, more white people kill white people in America than blacks kill black people. Per capita, more black people kill black people, and that's because per capita, black people are like 2 to 3 times more likely to live in urban environments. They're two times more likely to live under the poverty line, right? And these are things that contribute to crime. So it's not necessarily like we're just a more violent race. We're just in a lower socioeconomic status. And if you replace any race and put them into this situation, you get the same results. So just to say that blanketly, what for my white friends, what Charlie is saying in KKK language is that because you're black, you guys are violent and you murder. That's what I heard.
Other blacks?
Yes.
Other blacks?
Who's killing the blacks from Chicago? A bunch of kids from Highland Park?
Yeah.
2% Hispanic.
See, and the irony, man, this is crazy. Like the poetic justice is that, like, who killed Charlie Kirk? Another white radical. This is crazy, man. See, we're not that different, guys. We're all the same.
That's very, very, very broad. Where are those locations at?
Who is
This is so disrespectful and nasty.
You're saying East Garfield? You've never been to East Garfield in your life.
Yes, I went once and I'll never return.
You're from East Garfield? You've never been to East Garfield in your life.
No, tell me very clearly.
We're saying
Who is
locations is these smaller
Who is
locations,
killing
these
the
broader
blacks in
communities,
Chicago?
these
Who
broader
is killing
communities
them?
Of 1,000 African Americans who you're taking statistics from communities.
Who is killing? No, I want to have a conversation with you.
What did you expect?
Who is killing them?
Who is killing African Americans?
Yes.
People are killing people.
No. What race is killing them?
Why are y'all trying to act like African Americans are just solely murder? People are killing people.
See, and his brother's caught off guard, but Charlie is not smart. Actually, Charlie's not an intelligent person. So like, he's race baiting right now. He's being offensive because he knows this is a trigger. And the young brother's getting unraveled. He's like, yo, he's literally saying like, yo, you acting like black people are just violent, like we're just killing each other. And Charlie's like, yeah, you guys are. You know what I mean? It's just insincere. And it's when most white people are killed by white people. And statistically, there's more white on white murders than black on black murders. It's just that per capita, black people are more likely to die at the hands of another black person because of the socioeconomic status and also living in urban communities. We disproportionately live in urban and suburban communities. We don't have the luxury of rural like white people do at the same rate. But Charlie don't read. He don't read. So he didn't go to college. But he's launching a war on why college is stupid.
No. What race is killing? Is it white people?
He didn't go to university, I should say.
Or blacks killing
People are
blacks?
killing people, Charlie.
Okay,
That's
but
real.
hold on. What
Smart
race
statement.
is
You're
killing
saying
the other
what
race?
race is killing what race more? That does not matter.
It does matter because it's a black on black problem.
It's a
And
black
blacks
on
need to
black
solve
problem, or
the
is it a
problem
crime
of black on black
Is
violence.
it a black on black problem or is it a crime problem?
It's a black on black.
Hey, Forrest Frank, I saw you crying. Hey, man, I mean, it's gonna be a good day, no matter what day. Did you watch this? Philip Anthony Mitchell, you watch this? Did everybody watch this? Like, I need to hear what's going on. I mean, we should be praying for Charlie and saying that, like, yo, may God, forgive him and rest in peace. But we can't be acting like this brother is, and we're definitely we empathize with his family, with his children, with his wife. But this right here, this is not Christ-like. This is horrible.
Problem that is a crime problem, because I'll tell you what, if it was a bunch of kids from Deerfield coming in with guns, it would be a white problem. But somehow, if it was
So how come school shooters is not a white problem? How many school shooters are black? I don't know the numbers. I'm saying, like, we don't call white on white crime a white problem. We don't call Russia versus Ukraine a white problem, right? We don't call all of the murders that white people, the serial killers, or I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people murder people who are in close proximity to them. People have it's a human condition. It's not like one race has a higher proclivity towards violence than another. That's racist. And my white friends, that's KKK language for you guys still are brutes. You guys still are savages, right? And here as white people, we're here to civilize you. That's what we hear as black people. And Charlie, that didn't age well, Charlie.
It's a black on black problem. Oh, it's a crime problem. It's systemic injustice. If the police not enough funding.
What you're saying is, Charlie,
It's
you're
nasty.
forgetting that these locations that you're bringing up are secluded by these races. So these races might have a easier time with policing, and yeah, they're gonna have nearly response time of 2 seconds.
Wait, it's the police's fault that so many blacks are killing other blacks?
Who just said that?
You did.
No, he didn't say that, Charlie. Now you being, hey, Forrest Frank, this is your hero, and we got Candace Owens. Do you believe? If you believe this, I mean, just let me know. This is wild.
I said that?
Yes. No, but no,
Please.
I want you to tell
Girl,
me,
please.
why is it that black Americans are 13% of the population and they commit 55% of the murders?
That's not accurate, and that's not true.
Where can you show me that?
Again, it's FBI statistics. It's well known.
FBI statistics? Where can you show me that at?
Yeah, that's a
Again,
great question. A college person wants to know. Just cite your sources.
Can you give me
Ask
substantial
ChatGPT.
evidence?
Ask ChatGPT. Charlie, man, I'm getting mad, man. Lord, please help me out. I'm getting mad. Officer Tate, this your guy? Like, now let's just pray for this brother. He was lost. He needs to come to Jesus. He needs to really have an encounter with the living God, because this right here is not it. But may he rest in peace. But this is not it.
Scrock.
Why would I ask ChatGPT when ChatGPT has shown? Prove it. What?
Prove it. Again, anyone near you can show you
He's
the
being
stats,
heckled
right?
now. He's
It's
being
right
heckled.
there.
He's being heckled. I mean, I still need to be delivered from that, because if they were heckling me, I'll be on them. I'll be on them.
Look. Man,
Let's read it. 70% of offenders were African American.
That's not true.
Wait, put it back up.
Everybody on chat. Everybody on in here, look it up. That's not real.
I really do appreciate the ability to debate with you, man.
I want you to think about what I asked you.
Hey, you see how gracious black people are? We gracious. We just gracious. We just gracious. And it's always, and guys, it takes a lot of courage for this brother to do that. And then the black girl that walked up, a lot of black people some of them just quit, man. It's just like, yo, if I can't beat them, I'm gonna join them. And that was no different than in slavery. We used to have these people called like overseers and Uncle Toms. And they were just like, yo, man, white people got it, man. I just want to live better than you lower Negroes. So I can't overtake them, but I could be better than you. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to do that. And that's what just happened right there. So I'm being an interpreter for you. You guys we could talk about it later. But this is for my white counterparts. If you care to know how we feel, because I'm seeing how the conservatives feel. I mean, this is wild.
Okay, you mind if I have a hat?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Man, hand him the hat. He just tossing it. Hand him the hat. He get y'all booing and stuff. And he thinks he did something good. And the title of his video is Charlie Kirk's quick fact check leaves college kids screaming in panic. Charlie. So, yeah, man, that was our reaction for the day. And sorry if I got a little charged. I am actually an African American Studies major. I went to UC Berkeley, and I have my master's in public administration from Golden Gate University, and but also more than I'm a believer in Jesus, and I really want the leaders of our faith. No, man, I take it back. I want everybody who loves Jesus just to pray for our nation, and pray for this little thing that's going on right now: hate, dissension, these false idols that we're using. Like, let's start to have real conversations about race, about politics, and let's subject them and put them under Jesus. Like, if we take the Holy Spirit and we look at the fruits of the Spirit and we match our actions with the fruit of the Spirit, we can tell whether or not we are operating in the Spirit. None of us are good. Not even me. You see me on this thing, I'm getting charged up. None of us are good. So I gotta even go pray and put my thoughts and feelings under the Holy Spirit, because I'm charged up right now. I'm a little triggered. But none of us are good. And we need God's mercy. We need his grace. None of us should be idolized. Charlie should not be idolized. We should pray for him and his family. We should pray that his children and his wife, especially his wife, doesn't continue to push this propaganda, but she truly submits her heart to Jesus